Good evening, Internet people. How are all of you tonight? Let me tell you, I just got out of the restroom. I think my insides hate me. It was rather unpleasant. It's like all the worst parts of the Bible just falling right out of me. Oh my god, it was terrible. Still in pain. It's just not gravy. Anyway, we are going to go back to AI, the Somnium Files, where we have beaten the first ending, and now we get to do the whole bounce around and choose different paths and see where they lead. It's actually one of my favorite parts of these games. Just seeing how different things could have played out, and then trying to figure out what the real ending is, because there is typically, in all three of his previous games, there was one canonical real ending, and you have to get the other endings to get to the real end. It's fun. For me. I don't know. Maybe you don't like it. That's your jam. I don't give a damn. Alright! Let's go play our game! Y'all! I'm pushing buttons. I should have set this up better. I'm bad at my job. AI Chunsoft! I'm not there yet. Good night. Brush teeth.
I did.
Okay, go to bed.
That barely hurts with my hair. It's a cushion.
You don't have a hair mitt.
Yes, I do.
Go to bed.
My hair's thick.
I'm thick.
Eyeball!
Alright, so let's see what shenanigans Date can get up to this time. Oh, the shenanigans. Are we gonna see Dead Iris? Yep, Dead Iris. And then, oh, because I went back and did it again, trying to get a different conclusion. Alright, so we have to talk to Pewter. Pewter!
Hey, Pewter. When we were in Somnium earlier, Iba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Iba's idea.
What?
I forgot to take off my
More
uniform.
pleased. I designed it to
Ignore
your
it.
taste.
What part of that was my taste?
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
Pewter, Iba's broken. She's talking crazy.
I am not broken.
I am.
Perhaps Iba admires the human form.
It's not that. It was just a little something. I consider Kaname Date to be my host. I owe him gratitude. I simply thought that appearance would make him happy.
Why would that make me happy?
Especially the weird glowy hands.
In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However,
We've
the
had this
circumstan-
conversation before. Alright.
Anyway, I get the story. Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene.
We did
But
not
she
get that
didn't get
information
a
last
good
time.
look at them.
Maybe there's something at the scene we missed.
Maybe there's
Date,
something
could
in
you
your
return to
mom
the
I
scene of the
missed.
crime? There might be more to Bloom Park than we first thought.
To the park! Bloom Bloom Park. Saturday at 8:13 p.m. Bloom Bloom Park. When I returned to the scene, I brought Mizuki with me. I saw a suspicious figure on Somnium, but I couldn't be sure of its exact location. I brought Mizuki along to help pin it down.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yep.
In the past, there would have been a nice paved path here. It's covered in brush and weeds now, but I can still make out the trail heading back. The figure went this way. A bench! That was terribly informative, Date, thank you. Here's the horse turned upside down. It looks like a sad, overturned insect. How many insects have you seen? Kawasaki District, buildings in the distance. think we had a... Oh, yeah, we did have a green. Oh, sky. In Tokyo, even the nighttime is bright. Even in the patches of sky, can't see the stars. Oh, a UFO! No, wait, that's play. Ah, who hasn't been there? More to the sky? Oh, which is the same thing. No, wait, that's a drone. Oh, a UFO! No, wait, just a grandma. That grandma is booking it through the night sky. I must be really, really tired. Blah.
Yeah, I do.
Do
What do you
you?
remember?
Her mother's corpse?
I went to this amusement park when I was little. I was 4. I remember it so clearly. This is where I saw my mom and dad smile.
Just the one time, though. It was
I
not a
had
great
so many
love
happy
marriage.
memories here. The only happy memories I really have are from here. Memories of my family are so bright and colorful. But now, this is where Mom...
Her mom died.
Nothing. Just wondering where this goes.
I tried. You wouldn't let me.
Iva, what's past here?
This leads to the subway.
You're a subway.
The subway?
That would be
It has,
CCTV
of course,
footage.
closed down.
Oh.
It is no longer in
Never mind.
service. This is due to the explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago. The surrounding district of Kawasaki was contaminated and declared off limits.
You're declared off limits.
Bloom Park closed for the same reason. As did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki. This means the railroads
Here
and
I go
public
again.
transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
The subway. Iva, does the entire track run underground?
No, part of it's
No.
above ground.
The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
I was trying to make a joke, but it was a bad one anyway. What up, lady? Wolfie?
Then the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
A railroad crossing. Railroad crossing?
Iva, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Or if they drove down the railroad.
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
Nah, I'm just drunk.
I've got something.
Symphony
I
of
picked
Night?
up a single vehicle
that's
traversing
SOT.
that street last night. A black SUV. I ran the plate through the vehicle registration
Soup of terror.
database to find the owner.
Who was it?
Renju.
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and Mizuki's father. Renju Okiura.
Oh, Sea of Thieves. Okay. That makes slightly more sense.
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
I think it's
I
possible.
can't prove it was Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, in any case, I know that the suspect must have used subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, he could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
How many other places
Daddy
they come
didn't
out
do
above
it.
ground, though?
I am not so certain.
Either way, I have to talk to Renju. And you can help me find him.
Has Sea of Thieves changed much in the, 2 years since last time I played? Wow, these are all terribly descriptive.
Hey Mizuki, tell me again. That person you saw at the merry-go-round,
No, it wasn't Daddy. I know it wasn't.
you're sure?
Well, I don't know.
Ah, your facade crumbles!
Mizuki, Renju sent you that Nile message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology.
Oh, I
Got some help from them.
Bad personality.
There was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does it sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Yeah,
Your
that was
daddy's
it.
a killer.
It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me? I had to go.
But you invited Ota along.
Bloom Park is in the middle
So
of the
scared to go
Kawasaki
along.
district. There are a number of homeless individuals and a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
Daddy couldn't have sent the message. Someone else must have used his phone.
Why?
And his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it. The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura.
I still think his name's weird. Like, Renji makes sense, but Renju?
I think about a week ago, when I went to hang out at Lemniscape.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Not even for his own daughter.
That is very unusual.
I don't remember. It was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
You tried calling him.
I did. I called earlier, and I tried a few times last night.
But also, he's not my fucking dad.
And he didn't pick up?
No.
Oh, we got a phone call. Maybe it's Renju.
Date, incoming call from the
Da.
police.
Connected.
Hey, I just got the report from Iva. Renju is a suspect?
He's definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our number one suspect. He's been acting strange.
What if it's you, boss?
last night. He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning. He doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder either.
He doesn't?
No, not one we can corroborate.
How have you checked all this out already?
He didn't give us any new information. He didn't have much to say at all, really. Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday.
Why did I start with my ring
Renju
here?
claims that he was at home alone at the time. But that means no one can back up his story.
This is why you should always record yourself at home, especially when pooping.
Now, I told you he vanished. Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Don't bother. I had local cops search the place. We didn't find anything.
Where could he be?
Way to ruin my lead.
So Renju was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol.
Nothing we could-
Nothing we could do. He wasn't a suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him.
Yeah, wouldn't. I mean... I would be reading this out loud, but really there's nothing of any interest going on. He's explaining how his damn phone works, basically. To Mizuki, I look like I'm talking into a Bluetooth. She doesn't see what I see. Do you see what I see?
Alright, boss.
Okay.
Let me know if you find something.
I thought he was just gonna hang up
You
on her.
too.
With the phone.
Keep me in the loop.
Seriously, I love this voice actor. And not
Where
just
the
because
hell
Squid
did
Game.
Renju go?
Mizuki might know.
Sunpoke?
What?
Sunpoke. Or something.
Oh, Sunfish Pocket. Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
I found it. Approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast.
You're a terrible GPS.
in Akihabara.
Meow. I hate the uniforms at Stonefish Pocket. Then again, maybe if I was into mermaids, I would like it better. You be the judge. Oh, it's closed. Never mind.
Can't be.
Oh shit, we didn't see this last time. Yeah, that is pretty horrific. Get her out of here. That's her daddy. Her daddy got caught by a fisherman.
Renju.
Your dad's too small. We're gonna have to throw him back. You know, it's nice that you're not even remotely thinking about the little girl, the daughter of the dead man you just found. Anyway, it's Sunday. Police headquarters, Sunday, 9:17 a.m. Renju was alive at the end of our last playthrough, so let's see what happens.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
This is fair.
She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
That's a good
I
idea.
see.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay.
And both of them missing their left eye. It's Aiba. Aiba's jumping out of my head and killing people. That's my theory. It's not a good theory, but...
Of course not. I still got a mountain of work piled up, answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather. You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renju was murdered.
I mean, yeah, that'd be a really weird suicide.
No way this
You
was a
look like
suicide.
Shadow.
And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
The serial killer.
The new Cyclops killer.
That's...
What?
That's the
Hold on.
nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
New.
That's like when you go to work and one of your coworkers is like, "Are you all right, man? Do you feel okay? Because you look sick." Bitch, fuck you. I feel fine. What the fuck you talking about, ass? Well, we have two now, so that's... There are some serial killers which I kind of argue with it. It's less about number technically and more about mentality at the time of the killing. Because, like, there's a serial killer from England. She had 2 victims. But had she not been caught after that second victim, there would have been more. She killed really young children. She was 10.
Yes, several years ago.
Is Boston
Cuter.
Nope. They refused to tell us what the last
There
case.
is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually. It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
Cyclops
years ago.
killer!
Is
Qu'est-ce
that
que
what you were talking
c'est?
about, boss?
Fine. I suppose you
I don't
deserve
know, man.
to
High
know.
score's up there. I've been wanting to know about this since the entire last playthrough. She refused to tell me about it last time, so we're actually gonna find out.
We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings.
It's very
to
creative.
distinguish it from this new one.
Very, very
It
creative.
was 6 years ago in October. 4 bodies were found in the
Bottom right looks
mountains of
familiar.
Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women. And
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball,
Ooh,
pulled out posthumously.
right eyeball. Difference. Are they connected? Are they not? Will we ever know?
A few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement
What's
under the
in
name
the
Cyclops,
box?
hence the name the Cyclops Killer.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants. According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the
Uranus.
sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclopes were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
And the single eye.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the
I
real
actually
killer?
never heard about the smithing ability
Yes,
part.
it had to be.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
That's pretty good proof. Yes, it was you.
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
Switching
No,
eyeballs
that's
is
impossible.
yeah.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed. But Shoko and Renju,
We're missing their left eye.
It's too specific to his MO. He wouldn't switch eyes.
The timing of
For
the
whatever
eye
reason,
removal
left
is
eye's
also
important.
inconsistent. The original Cyclops Killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed.
But the blood flow indicates that
Shoko
would've
and
occurred
Renju
prior.
were both still alive.
Yeah.
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy.
No, but the
Maybe
likelihood
they're
is
just doing things a little
exquisitely low.
differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I know too goddamn much about serial killers. I need to stop.
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
How can it be a national secret?
Date, please, forget about it.
It
I
was
told you
someone
already, you don't need to know
important.
anything about that case to investigate this one.
This is a
The
motherfucking
criminal for
cover-up
this
right here.
case and the case 6 years
Shit.
ago are not the same.
But they could be related. There's
Bring up all investigation records of the
there are
original
reasons
Cyclops serial
why.
killings.
it could be important.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately,
Lockdown.
I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet.
Really? That's
Only amateur
shocking.
theories,
Okay, never mind.
all lacking credibility and evidence.
You're a credibility.
Damn it.
That didn't make any sense. I apologize. Boss is sitting on her desk. She looks tired. Like me. Peter! Peter!
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Aye.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr.
Right.
Date,
No, left.
you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others. I'm kidding. Only a joke.
It actually
I'm
is.
too tired for your jokes right now, Pewter.
It is a coincidence that can be overlooked, though.
Actually, you lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then.
See, in the last playthrough, they talked about the case 6 years ago, but wouldn't give me any fucking details on it. They just said, you know, it's similar to a case 6 years ago. So I thought that the last time they were doing Left Eyes, and I thought we could have been either the killer or the victim 6 years ago, and that's why she wouldn't tell us. But because our character also claims to have amnesia and can't remember anything more than 6 years ago. But I don't. That's not holding water now. I don't know.
I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted
And
into
my
an
right
empty
nut.
eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
Don't remind me.
Two murders, one right after the other.
Also, he was in
How
love
could
with
I
Renju,
not be?
but that's probably not going to be brought up this playthrough.
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I did.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder.
Pewter looks surprisingly serious. Whoops, wrong button. Hello, boss!
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
We need
Right.
you to shut the fuck up.
I think I'll head back to where Renju was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted.
Sunfish pocket.
Why don't you get
Okay,
some
that'll
sleep
work.
before you continue your
People that were
investigation?
posting vids on how to cheat.
I'm fine. Let's go, Iva.
Understood.
Like banned from Forza? That seems fucked up. Like, code your game better. Or just fix it. Like, I don't know. That is pretty funny, though. I mean, I don't, like... Okay. Haku. Stop it. So, like, because Destiny had a spate of bannings once upon a time as well, but, or not bannings, but, like... There was exploits that were being abused in Destiny, and so they fixed it. My stance on all this shit is always like, if it's an exploit in a multiplayer game that affects other people's ability to enjoy the game, like aimbots and whatnot, then yeah, fucking shut that shit down and ban them. Like, that's fucked up. Someone else paid money for this game too. They have a right to enjoy it. If, however, it's in a single player experience, then fuck it. Who cares? Have fun. If it's not detracting from other people's ability to enjoy, whatever. But I'm also not aware of how Forza 5 works. I'm not a big Forza fan. If I'm going to play a racing game, I want one of the goofy ones I don't have to pay much attention to. Forza's way too, you know, too serious. I mean, I love to drive, but, like, you have to feel the road, you know what I'm saying? You gotta feel the, Right, Need for Speed is a good example. It's just goofy fun. Or what was that one? The really fun one where you crash your car and, like, wheels flat and
The
shit.
vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual. Did you put anything in the trunk?
No?
What about the back seat?
Back seat?
Yes! I mean, you can see her, Dante. I noticed her the second we got into the scene.
Mizuki!
Hey, watch out!
Burnout Paradise is the
Ice
one I was
forward,
thinking of.
stupid.
I've never played 2. Paradise was fun as hell, though. Also, banging soundtrack. Take me down to the Paradise City! Okay, they might have played that song a little too much. And, like, the DLC cars, because I loved racing around in the fucking DeLorean. That was dope as shit. You have speed and the wheels fold up and starts hovering. Good stuff. Or fucking, like, going into the ones where you're crashing your opponents as the Ecto one. Yeah! I don't remember if that mode was in Paradise. Paradise had a bunch of different styles. I don't think that one was in there. There was like a stunt mode, a regular racing mode. My favorite, hands down, was the go fuck people up mode. Crash this many cars. So run bitches off the road and shit. Ah, that was a good time.
I ditched the hospital. They're probably freaking out over there right now.
I mean, yeah,
Taking
they
you
lost a
back.
child.
No, don't! Nothing will change if I
We
stay
all?
at the hospital all day. You're going to investigate, right? Take me with you. I can help.
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
Fine. But don't say I never did anything for you.
You're going to take me along?
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it.
That is assuming me and Lex ever have any time where we're finally gonna have a little bit of time together, but that's because we both have vacation time saved up. So at some point in December, I forget, she knows the dates, we're gonna take time off and either leave the kids here or leave them with family and go up to St. Augustine for a few days. Get us a hotel room, just chill out as a couple, spend some time together, something we don't get to do very often. Plus St. Augustine's dope as fuck. If you're into old historical shit. And we're giant nerds, so we kind of are.
What are you looking at me for?
I always have my head like this when I drive.
You were looking forward before.
No, I was just projecting an illusion. This is the real me.
You project an illusion when you're by yourself?
We're allowed to
I
be
can
gay.
still talk this time. Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Mizuki's psychological wounds have been healed by the sink.
I failed to do that last time.
It wasn't locked. I just opened the door. I've been here for like 10 minutes. Why don't your doors have auto locks?
All
I know you
right.
like old cars, but you gotta lock
Yay.
the doors.
You should be a little more apologetic for someone who just got caught breaking into my car.
She didn't break in, that's what she said.
Mizuki does raise a valid point. If you are not more serious about security, you should consider replacing the car altogether.
You two?
You were talking to yourself again. I heard you. It's creepy. You should cut that out.
I talk to myself all the time. People do look at me funny. Hey, 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 hey. Macho, macho man.
Mizuki is still unaware I exist.
I hardly ever see my wife.
Yeah, I know there's no
She doesn't
reason
get off
to
till
hide
2 in the
it
morning
since she already
tonight.
knows about Abyss.
And I gotta be in the morning, so
It's
I'll be
just
crashed by the time she
hard to
gets here.
explain. I won't
She'll
say
actually be out like
anything
around 2:30 or 3, more like.
Understood. But I am ready to be introduced at any time. Just let me know when the time is right.
yet. It's not a proposal. No need to be so formal. Shit, I said that out loud.
Dante, I think you should go to
Pocket
the
Queens,
hospital.
let's go to hand. You should raise 3 times the big blind.
No, it's more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day. I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
You're 12!
Odd thing for a preteen to say.
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates.
Is this better?
She is even reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
I had it set way back.
Sounds pretentious
Because
to
I was just
me.
too lazy to move it forward.
Hey, about Renju. Do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
Also, I'm used to
Well,
playing
it's
games and
not
hovering
about
over my
Daddy,
keyboard.
but I heard from Daddy that Mom had a secret.
Shoko had a secret.
She's got a secret, can you keep it? Blah blah words and stuff.
Did you know that Mom was the representative of an investment company?
Yeah,
think so?
I did.
That whole company was a big scam.
Scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money.
That's fucked up.
She got really rich like that.
Shoko did this?
Yep.
By herself?
Jesus, that is a long quest.
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people.
God, don't be
I saw
rude.
gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
I am scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this. They must have been extraordinarily careful.
Or people were too embarrassed to turn them in, which actually does happen quite a bit with scams like that.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
You've got a weird way of showing it.
Your mom's
Doesn't
got a
look
weird way of
like you're
showing it.
worried.
Being all
You're
dead and
just
shit.
weird.
You've always got something smart to say, huh? You're just like Renju.
Dante,
I mean, it's challenging though.
What about Daddy?
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you?
No.
This is why you're single and always will be.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Yeah, chicks love to see creepy old men hanging out with a 6th grader.
Oh,
Hey.
damn.
What are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad? Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
I am not an old creepy pervert. And even if you were my
I mean, you
age,
are a
you're
little
not
pervy
my type.
by last playthrough.
Ew, I don't want to know about your type,
Hey, you started it.
stupid old man.
Punk ass kid.
Okay, I like their relationship a lot better than what's her fuck, who we might not meet this playthrough. Because I think we met her last time because we were trying to meet Renju. Now that Renju's dead, Mizuki and I walked back in the Sunfish Bucket.
Ah, Detective Date. Good to
Yes?
see you, sir.
Yes!
And this is...
My junior
You looked through
detective.
the case file yet?
Oh, I am so sorry. She's the victim's...
Yes. Please let us through.
Which I guess technically means she's the owner of this place now. I'm assuming she would inherit it. Because it has a layer of mystery, and ladies love mystery. Oh, his beer keg's holding him up. Renju's corpse was hung by 3 wires. The wires were tied to 3 kegs.
Each keg has a capacity of 20 liters. All 3 kegs were filled, and approximately 55 pounds each.
Give us an approximate weight on Renju. Not that we need to know his weight, because yeah, a little bit.
The corpse was strung up near this counter.
The autopsy report indicates that the contents of the victim's intestines were excreted upon death.
Ew.
But no traces of that have been found in the area.
Renju
nor
pooed
of
himself.
This evidence makes it highly likely that Renju was killed somewhere else. It must have been considerably difficult to carry more than 150 pounds.
What do you mean?
Goddamn, Renju's make my ass feel
weighed
fat.
approximately 158 pounds. I can estimate a person's weight by analyzing their bone structure, muscle, and fat.
You're fat. I actually wanted to talk to the inspector, not the counter, but that's fine.
No, we didn't find anything today.
Say my name, say my
I
name.
was asking for your name.
My name is Kagami.
Don't be a bitch about it.
It's Kagami. Kagami?
I'm having fun now.
I told you it's Kagami. I've told you my name like 5 times.
I of course remembered his name. I just want to see if he snaps and kills one of us. His name is engraved in my mind. Right, but I want him to say it again. His name is...
Hey, you. What's your name?
Seriously? It's Kagami. Stop bugging him, it's rude.
Excuse you? My best friend, Kagami and I are having a conversation.
Yeah, don't spoil our fun.
What?
And now the dude's playing along. I got an achievement for that? What the fuck?
No, not these past few days.
I thought so. Once this is over, get some rest, alright?
You too, Detective Date.
Another inspector. I hope we find some clues. Let's see, can we look at the hook? Let's go into the kitchen.
The capacity of this oil drum is 200 liters. It weighs approximately 44 pounds when empty.
Let me check inside.
X-ray! I hope it's not the mermaid. Oh, watch. That's Renju's
What?
watch.
There's something inside.
I stepped up to the drum. It was my turn to lead the
This
luau.
is the oil drum.
This is the kind of oil drum that has a lid, right?
Wait, Hawaiians don't play steel drums, do they?
Correct.
I think we get my
Let's
cultures
open
mixed
it.
up. Why would you open both? Yeah, when we were here on the other
This is
timeline,
the
we had a
wristwatch
mermaid
Renju
waitress, and I
always
X-rayed her and made a crack about
No
her
doubt about it.
her sexy childbirth and
How
hip
did this
bones,
get here?
and then Date made a crack about her sexy hip bones. Made me very happy, very happy indeed, because it was dumb and funny.
Is that a...
It More closely, I believe this is a
Any chance this was used in the...
No, there are no traces of blood on the trident, and no indication that Renju was stabbed.
Ooh, wait, is that a camera? I do believe I see a camera.
Iva, did you get anything from the surveillance camera?
Unfortunately, no.
The fuck?
All of the recordings from local surveillance equipment have been erased.
What about backups?
There are none. Nothing was uploaded to the cloud either.
You're a cloud. That's some bullshit, man. A camera and I can't pull no damn evidence. Horse peep! Horse peep!
You were telling me earlier that you could spot things only a daughter would know.
I know what I said. I'll tell you if I notice anything. How could I forget? I'll never be able to get that image out of my head. Not until the
She's
day I
now
die.
found both of her parents' corpses. She's the killer! The little girl's the killer!
Did you hear me? I said I'll tell you if I see anything.
I'm just loving pissing people off tonight.
I thought I already told you. Sitting around rotting away in the hospital would be worse.
Still...
I know what you're trying to say. For a little girl to find her dad like that and then want to go back to the scene, I think
For
it's
visiting the
totally
scene of the
weird,
crime.
right?
I'm telling you, she's the killer.
In fairness, it is also weird for an adult policeman to acquiesce such a request from a child.
But this is what I wanted. I didn't want to run
All
away
I ever
from it.
wanted,
I wanted to confront it.
all I ever
want
needed is to go
To be weak.
where my dad died.
Jeez, you're pushy.
I am.
Pushy men are seen as desperate. This is why no one likes you. Besides,
I love this girl.
Dante?
Hmm?
Never mind. Just do your investigation or whatever.
What was she gonna say?
Now is not the time to worry about such things.
I disagree. Could have something to do with the case.
Hey, are you doing okay?
Oh, sorry. Just staring.
If you're having a hard time, you can tell me.
I'm fine. It's not like the body is lying here.
No, it's hanging there. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Are you really okay?
Yeah, I am. Don't you have an investigation to do? Or are
Yeah,
you
I
stalling?
can't find anything. I'm bad at my job.
What
It
are you
is the girl
staring
looking
at?
here.
Creeper.
I agree.
Just look at the fucking pictures. Goddamn, judgmental. Now you can call me a creeper. I don't feel like there's anything else here.
Iva, can you recall the time we discovered the corpse?
Of course.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. I don't notice anything out of place. Yeah, besides the dead body, but like... The right eye is still there. The left eye has been pulled out.
This case bears similarity to Shoko's. The left eyeball was removed while the victim was still alive.
Yeah, but Shoko had an ice pick placed in the cavity where her eye used to be. And Renju has nothing in his eye cavity, or did he? Let me talk to the coroner.
The autopsy report discovered the presence of benzodiazepine. It is a common sedative. The dosage found in the victim's bloodstream was extremely high.
It was
can
on
be
Benny's.
assumed that Renju's cognitive functions were heavily impaired before his death.
I mean, that's somewhat of a blessing, though, isn't it? Also, he was choked. There are deep impressions left on his neck.
Strangulation?
Correct.
Was it
The
autoerotic?
face shows clear signs of congestion, along with petechia around the face and throat. Both are clear evidence of asphyxiation.
Any indication of the murder weapon?
Most likely a twisted piece of cloth. the culprit approached Renju from behind and wrapped the cloth around his neck.
Why did he
choking
bruise
him in an
Black?
attempt to suffocate him. The specific cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. Put more simply, the suspect strangled Renju to death from behind.
Do we have an estimated TOD?
No, I don't know, Todd.
Yesterday, around 8 p.m.
So Renji was murdered about 2 hours before Mizuki and I found the body.
So it'd have to be somewhere near here because they murdered him and then moved the body here and then hung it up, and that would have to take for fucking ever. And it's not like they did a half-ass job of hanging him here. Those steel cables would have taken a while to rig up. Oops.
The time of discovery was 10:20 p.m.
I know, I was there.
You of course already know this, but you and Mizuki were the first to discover Renju's corpse. The
Not
body was hanged
necessarily.
from the ceiling, similar to how a fish would be. A thick hook was embedded in the upper jaw, and the wires connecting to the hook were strung up on one of the ceiling beams. There was also a hook on the other end of each wire. The 3 beer kegs were attached to these hooks. We have found no fingerprints.
Yay! Renji's corpse found hanging from the ceiling beam. Over the counter. I guess we're done here. Alright, so are we done here? Table. Alright, so we're not done here. What the fuck else is there to find, though? Beer tap.
I could use a drink.
Me too.
Perhaps after this is all over, Date.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go grab another drink and switch shirts, because I probably should wear my uniform on stream. We all know pizza don't want to be associated with my foul-ass mouth. Foul-ass or mouth. It's only an ass mouth during special occasions. Ew, gross! Oh, fuck. Come here, shark. What do you think you are? Can't have you just hanging out on the floor. What's wrong with you? Get your ass up there. Also, just random aside, I was watching the Young Turks while I was on delivery, and they had one video up where they were heavily referencing a video by Sean of YouTube fame, and then during their live stream they had Lance from the Surfs on there. And kudos to both those individuals. I love both of them. I'm glad they're getting
Dragon's Palace
heavy
pasta,
exposure because they both deserve it.
yen. 1800?
Isn't that pretty average?
This is average?
Oh, like $18? Oh, I guess that is very expensive. I don't know who to talk to trigger our ability to leave this hellhole. The club is located on the second floor of the building. We use the elevator to get here. This fuck
Can you
stairs.
check the operation records of this elevator?
Searching. Found it. The elevator records are sent automatically to building management.
The fuck kind of building
According
is
to
this?
the record from yesterday,
Whatever.
From 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, this elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m. The weight of the car's cargo was approximately 310 pounds.
Wow, that's a strong person. But
I think we've checked everything we need to.
that means
I agree. We should compile
55 minutes from
our
time of
evidence
death
into
until
inferences.
body arrived here, so it's
Mizuki,
literally the place
ready
has
to leave?
wherever he was killed has to
What?
be fairly close.
But we aren't done investigating.
What do you mean?
There are still people I want to talk to.
Like who?
Well, there is one place. Have you heard of Golden Yokocho in the entertainment district?
How do you
Daddy
know
used
about
to
that?
go to a place called
Oh.
Marble a lot.
Right.
Maybe they know something about him. Yeah. Daddy owned Lemniscate and Iris works for them. She used to work here too.
I don't think I'd know
So she
Iris
might
yet.
know something.
I'll
Do I?
call her.
Mizuki tried calling Iris, but there was no answer. Iris might be dead.
Have any idea where she might be?
I don't know. Iris is into a lot of things.
Like?
Yeah. Oda is in here all the time. He might know something. I'll call him.
Ota's phone is broken. He dropped it in a puddle.
Sounds like Ota. He's so clumsy.
We'd have to talk to him in
And a
person.
douche.
He's probably at Lemniscate or Matsushita Diner.
Well, then Lemniscate sounds like our best bet, because we might catch
Lemniscate,
Iris there too.
Matsushita Diner, and Marble. Let's head out.
Okay.
Lemniscate, Lemniscate. We're driving our happiest Lemniscate. Every time I say Lemniscate, it sounds like I'm saying Lemnis Gate, which sounds like it'd be something, some weird sci-fi game.
Oh, what? Hey there, handsome.
Hey, girly.
Excuse me?
What's up,
I
girl?
cannot even right now. Hold on, give me just one sec. Mizuki, do you know this guy?
Yeah.
She didn't hit on me last time.
Can you introduce me, please?
She is surprisingly unprofessional for a receptionist.
Come on, it's just not so bad.
Could you contain yourself for 5 minutes, Date?
Look, just let me get them digits.
Iris? You mean Asit?
You bet.
She's recording a podcast in the underground studio.
Oh, that's why she didn't pick up the phone.
If you need her right away, I can try contacting her.
No, it's fine. This can wait until she's done.
For sure.
What?
For sure? As in, I got you?
I don't believe I've ever heard that sequence of sounds spoken out loud before.
Kind of wish I had never heard that sequence of sound spoken aloud.
Ota? Nah, haven't seen him today. How is he?
The receptionist knows Ota too?
Ota happens to be the kind of otaku who actually has social skills.
Those are the ones you have to
Nah,
watch out
social
for.
skills are overrated.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway, could you give me a call if Ota shows up? I have my number here.
Oh, snap! Giving out his digits! Me and this receptionist is gonna have some business later, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got his number.
No, never mind. Don't call.
Let us pray that the privilege will not be abused.
Yeah, totally. You never think about, like, my boss getting murdered,
You don't seem
know?
broken up about it.
Like, what are even the chances? That's like the odds of hitting the lotto.
I wish I could hit the lotto.
But it was kind of lucky, in a weird way.
Why?
Some of my old friends hit me up asking about it, you know. Feels like we're old alumni or something.
She certainly found the bright side of this situation.
But just hearing from her old friends. Like, we're not really good friends. Takes a fucking
I
death
haven't heard
boom to
anything about
contact
that
you,
yet.
Jesus.
The VP might take over. We might get absorbed by another office. Just when I got a job, too. Man, what am I gonna do if this place closes up? So, anyway, tell me, Date, what kind of girls do you like? Because I'm the committed type, you know? Would you consider me a candidate? Hmm?
Well, I we could go out sometime.
Wow,
I'm about to get
dude.
yelled at. Yep.
You disgust me.
What? What?
Oh, my apologies. Never mind.
She was... That... He's, like, in the previous playthrough, he did some shitty shit. Okay, well, calling her a reception with huge breasts is kind of... But, like, she asked him out. Why is saying yes, like, a bad thing? Why does it keep... Okay, I just want to stay green.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, of course we know each other. We're like best friends. We hang out, we party.
we do not party.
Hey!
God, she's annoying. Her father.
The most likely scenario is that the final decision was made by the head of the company.
Renju. Mizuki, let's go. Staying here would be a waste.
Yeah. Where should we go next?
Marvel? Nah, let's go to Matsushita. Matsushita, where the rain comes sweeping down the plains. Very cozy feel for a diner.
Hello, welcome. You're Mizuki, right? Otis' friend?
Yep.
And you...
Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself more formally.
I am the Dark Lord
That
Fluffy
means something
Pants.
A little more than flashing your badge.
My name is Kaname Date.
Mr. Date, what can I help you with?
Oops.
He went out early this morning. I don't know where.
I see.
I took my business card out of my pocket and handed it to Mayumi.
Sorry to be a bother, but when Ota comes back, can you tell him to contact me?
Oh, well, sure.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
Date, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, this isn't making a lot of sense to me, but that's fine. The timeline doesn't seem to add up with what I remember from the first playthrough. Because I thought we went to the diner first. She was like, he's not here. He's probably at that Limnescape place. And that's when we met Aset and all that. So we shouldn't know either of them yet. Unless he's remembering stuff between playthroughs. But then why is no one else acting like it's fucking
Is this
weird?
it?
Yeah.
You know about this place?
Yeah. This is where I met Renju for the first time.
Interesting. Didn't think this was your kind of spot.
This place is special. You can find all sorts of shady characters here. It's the best place for gathering information about a case. So that's why.
That is only a partial truth.
Shut up, robot.
Shut up.
Huh?
Let's head inside.
Where is everyone?
Where's Mama?
It's been like this for a while. Not many people come here anymore. Mama should be here soon, though.
Okay.
In other news, at 6:10 p.m. yesterday, on the outer circle of the capital city highway in Minato District, Tokyo. A traffic collision occurred involving 5
Damn.
cars and at least 1 truck.
Isn't this the accident
MPD
Renju was
has
in and
arrested
the other?
the driver of the truck suspected to be the cause of the accident for negligence. The investigation is ongoing.
Hey, Date. What did you and Daddy used to talk about when you were here?
I don't remember a lot of it.
Girls, girls, girls!
Don't worry, I have everything recorded. In fact, the conversation about you taking care of Mizuki took place here, at Marble.
Really?
The topic was brought up several times afterward, but the first time was here. 4 years ago, after drinking enough liquid courage, Renju asked you to take care of Mizuki.
That's what we call it in the karaoke circuit.
Renju was recently divorced, buried in work at Lemniscate, and mentally unstable. It was a display of excellent judgment. It was a good thing that he managed to swallow his pride.
You think so? Sometimes, I don't think it was the right move.
You should have more confidence. I guarantee you that it was the best decision.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I've been out drinking
Did
with
what?
my 12-year-old
Sat
daughter.
at a table
forever.
together like this. We haven't eaten dinner together in a while. After I finish working on this case, we should do it again.
Why? Because of what happened to my mom and daddy? I don't need that.
Date, this is where you need to take a stronger role as her guardian. Data suggests that children who eat alone are prone to mental imbalances and poor physical condition. The meals you prepare do have sufficient nutritional content.
But tastes like
However,
monkey penis.
you need to make sure that Mizuki is eating all of it. Otherwise, your effort is wasted.
I told you I don't want to.
Why not?
Because... I don't like how you hold chopsticks. It makes me sick.
I always hold them with my
People
bed.
have always told me that I have good technique. Some even say it's beautiful.
It's disgusting. Too clean. Besides, there's no point in eating together.
Why is that?
Because you don't talk when you're eating. I don't like sitting in silence.
Well, we don't have to be quiet.
It's fine, I don't like hearing you talk either.
Yeah,
I
she's a
believe
teenager.
She has entered her teenage rebellion phase a year early.
This is gonna be rough.
It's okay.
Is it?
Yup.
Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah. But I don't really like my elementary school friends. They're too immature. I have more fun with Iris and Ota.
I don't know if they're too immature. You're just very mature for your age.
Also,
You
Iris
think
and
so?
Oda are both pretty fucking
The kids
immature.
at school are so stupid. They gossip about who had their first kiss for days. I don't see why that's anyone's business.
These
Fair.
grade schoolers move fast.
Nah, not really. It's pretty normal nowadays.
You haven't kissed anyone yet, have you?
You really don't talk to this kid at all,
No,
do
I'm
you?
not interested in that.
Oh, thank God.
Mama just killed a mouse.
Date, honey. Long time no see.
Hey, Mama, how have you been?
Oh, tired and sore, but not in a fun way.
Watch the innuendo in front of the kid.
In your endo.
Oh, who is this?
Renju's daughter.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, you're... Oh, it must have been hard. I saw on the news.
It's okay. Really.
Oh, it must have been so hard. Stupid Ren. What was he thinking, leaving his little girl like this? Oh.
I mean, he was murdered. It's not like he went out for cigarettes and never came back. Like, dude got ganked.
Hey, Mama. I wanted to ask you some questions about Renju.
Oh. I guess crying isn't gonna solve the thing, is it? Go ahead, ask away. I'll help any way I can.
Which is not at all. Yep.
Have you heard any rumors about Renju? Anything about grudges, disputes?
Is it okay to talk in front of Mizuki?
Yes, I want to be here.
Trust me, you couldn't drag her away.
I tried.
If you say so.
They even handcuffed her in the
Apparently,
car.
Ren had some
Pick the fucking
connections
lock.
with the
Kid's got
Kumakura
skills.
gang.
A gang?
Yeah, real rough customers. This is their turf.
So Daddy was involved with gangsters.
Mizuki, that company Shoko was running, were they also tied to the Kumakuras?
Kumakura!
I don't know.
Here I go again. My, we're a bunch of gangsters.
I haven't seen him for a while. I thought I was going to shrivel up and die of boredom without you boys around.
Shrivel up. You look like a purple water balloon.
Oh, that's rude.
That's right. Care to give me a poke?
I'll pass, thanks.
Not bad.
Hey, that's good. I want you to keep this place open as long as you can. It makes me feel sad and old when a place I used to visit closes down.
Well, then you should visit more often. I could hook you up in more ways than one.
Just the one way is fine, thanks.
Mama is polishing a dried bonito fish. It's part of her daily routine. Come to think of it, I have no idea why. I think I'll ask her one day when the time is right. I was wondering if now the time was right.
Yeah, I mean, at some fish pocket they served alcohol, but I've never been to a bar like this.
I would hope not. You're in elementary school.
Well, Daddy invited me along sometimes, but I was too shy to go.
Good call.
I was planning on going one day, when I was old enough to drink. I wanted to go to a bar with Daddy. I heard that shady characters hang out here. So who are you and how do you fit in?
No one special. I'm just a facilitator.
A facilitator?
People who come in here tend to have very specific interests. I help accommodate.
I think that's all we need to know.
Okay.
Mama's like, an informant.
That's right. And I won't charge you this time. Just promise to get the bastards who did this to Ren for me.
Right. This is for Renju. Stealth assassin.
I promise.
Are we not done?
Not really.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I don't bite. I'm only aggressive when it comes to men 20 through 65.
Oh, she ain't picky.
That's a pretty wide range.
Gotta widen my net for a catch like you, Date, honey.
Oops. Sorry.
I think I'll ignore that one.
I think I'll ignore it as well.
Well, there was the watch incident. I'm sure you remember that one.
Watch incident?
You don't remember? Your drunk ass spilled your beer on Ren's watch. Ren was furious, yelling about how this watch is more important than my life, or whatever. He blew up on you. That was the only time I've ever seen Ren that mad. That's why I remember it so well.
Was it this watch?
I pulled out the watch I had in my pocket. Me pocket! It was the one I found in the oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Yeah, that's it. Why do you have it? Was it At the scene? Ren was given that watch by his lover. It was an anniversary gift, I think.
Lover?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Mizuki was here.
I know
No,
who gave it to
it's
him,
fine.
but that's from a different time.
But of course, it wasn't an affair. This was all after he was divorced.
Daddy had a new lover.
You remember where it is?
Yeah, outside, right?
This is a small establishment that does not have its own restrooms.
Wait, you're leaving?
Oh, scared of me, huh?
No, it's just...
Mama, keep an eye on her.
Sure thing.
Mama
Don't have too much fun in
just
there.
killed a man. Put a gun against his head. I gave her a nod and a wave and left. Pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama.
Iva, get boss on the line.
Got it.
What's up?
Mizuki is at a bar called Marble down in Golden Yokocho.
You just want to leave her here? Let's
Send
fuck,
someone
dude.
over to pick her up.
She's not at the hospital?
Yeah, she snuck out. I took her along while I was doing some work, but I can't take her any further.
Understood. I'll send someone.
Counting on you, boss.
Are you going to leave Mizuki here?
Yes.
Super
Can't
fucked.
take her into a Yakuza den.
Then fucking drive her back, douche. Jesus. I guess an asshole. Leave her in a place where she's clearly fucking uncomfortable.
Who's this asshole?
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
All right. Bye then.
Hey, Date!
What? Ugh, I hate dealing with these chumps.
Didn't you hear me?
Do you want to die, old man?
Hi, you're old.
You bastard!
Sorry for the late introduction. I'm with the MPD.
A cop, huh? So, you want to explain what the fuck a cop is doing in my office?
I think we should exchange names before exchanging expletives.
Name's MoMA, the Warhorse. Don't give a fuck what your name is.
All right, MoMA. I have a few things I want to ask you. What do you know about the new Cyclops serial killings? Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura had their left eye pulled out and were murdered. And I think you know something about it.
Saw it on the news. But we had nothing to do with it. Even if we did, we wouldn't spill to no cops.
Threaten to shoot his testicles. He'll tell us whatever we want to know.
I told you, I got nothing to say. You deaf or something?
A little on my left ear.
Don't know nothing about her. I know her face and her name. It was on the news. Nothing else.
Shoko is part of an investment fraud scheme. And I have it on good authority that a certain Yakuza gang was helping her.
Wouldn't know nothing about that, cop.
What? The chairman is right in front of you.
What?
I run the Kumakura gang.
Kumakura!
I'm Moma Kumakura.
That can't be right. The chairman of the Kumakuras is Rohan. You aren't the chairman.
What's with all the bumpy shit?
Yo, asshole. You need a lesson in manners?
Bump, 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 bump.
Date, wait. I did some research and discovered that Rohan Kumakura died last year. He left to his death from the roof of a building.
Suicide?
But MoMA did not take over last year. MoMA took over 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Date, a minute, please.
No.
What is it?
Do you see the sofa in the reception area?
Oh, this is new. We didn't get this
There's
last
an
time.
ashtray on top of the coffee table.
Yeah.
What about it?
It is peculiar. Thermal imaging reveals that they are both warm.
The sofa and ashtray.
There's a dude sitting on the sofa. So the cigarette's still burning. One of the cigarette butts. The tip is
Yeah,
reddish.
Can you turn off the thermal vision?
Sure.
Klein.
I see. The cigarette brand is Klein.
Why does that matter?
Why is that relevant?
Small
What else
details
was
will
already
come in
there?
useful later. Trust me.
A coffee table. There's an ashtray on top of it.
Yeah, but look. A flying squirrel taking a nap.
It is clearly a tiger.
She said the coffee table was warm. I was hoping we'd be able to get a thermos in with that. Oh. If you accidentally enter a bar instead of a restaurant, don't feel obligated to order a drink. Even if the bartender gives you that order a damn drink look. That's quite the motto. Do, do, do. What should I be focused on? Oh, okay. The butt warmer is warm.
Part of the cushion is still red.
Just as I thought.
I don't understand why this is relevant.
I got nothing to say to you.
Nah, you're just mad because I whooped your ass.
What are you talking about? You're the first guest today. Although you are an uninvited guest.
Don't lie now. Someone was sitting on the sofa and smoking very recently.
How do you know that?
I'm psychic,
Just
bitch!
Oh, right. I remember now. Just a bit ago, one of our guys was on the sofa.
Are you talking about these guys right here?
Yeah.
Not possible. When I came in,
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
Who's this asshole?
Who are you, asshole?
neither of them was on the sofa.
I mean, they could have.
Neither of them was smoking.
Could have been before he
left.
came in.
Who left?
An insurance salesman. Right before you came in.
I don't think so. I didn't pass by anyone on my way here. And I happen to know this office only has one entrance and one exit. Which means, whoever it is, they're still in this office somewhere.
They're hiding under the desk.
Let me check the back.
Why you want to do that?
Just wanted to say hello to our guest.
I'm telling you, you're the only one here.
I'm telling you,
they
you're
won't
full of
mind me
shit,
checking.
bitch.
Just get out of here, cop.
There must be someone they don't want us to see. Somewhere behind that wall.
Behind that wall? X-ray! Oh, it's fucking so!
Just as I thought.
Maybe we
This
can
must
finally
be
figure out how he
whoever was
factors
sitting
in on
the
this.
sofa and smoking earlier.
My evolver can shoot right through this wall.
Yeah, but then we'll kill him.
Shoot it.
Wait! Is he not getting enough?
What?
Enough what?
Never mind. The person behind the wall is unarmed. I cannot approve the use of Evolver in this situation.
Damn it.
We can use Evolver on him. Bum, bum.
Date, a porno mag at your feet.
What? Where?
What? Hey, did you just shoot at me?
Holy fuck! Where'd that come from?
Hey, whoa, wait a minute!
I don't feel like we need this again, but whatever, it's pretty. Bum, bum.
Date, load Evolver with explosive rounds.
No.
Aim for the dragon's gold ball on the right.
The what?
The testicle. Oh.
Why?
Just do it.
Like Nike. I want to see the grappling hook rounds. There's no way she could have predicted that. No, it's fine. We'll just go with it. Whatever.
Iba, you saved me.
It's my job.
Everything happened as I simulated it.
Everything happens for a reason!
So, where's this porno mag?
You idiot. There is no adult magazine. However, I know that your reaction time is up to 3.6 times faster when you are excited. I simply took advantage of that behavior.
What the hell? You're a grown man. Aren't you too old to be playing with toys?
Shit!
Hey, coward! I see you. Show your face.
I'm no coward. I'm a politician.
I know you.
You're Soy Boy Sajima. Yeah, so knowing what brand he smokes doesn't really fucking matter, so we saw him snuff one.
That's...
Sajima, so, Congressman.
What is this guy doing here?
Clearly he's working for the Kamakuras, or with the Kamakuras, I should say. They're probably working for him. Boop.
I've had a relationship with the Kumakuras since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit. Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. but we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids.
You're a tabloid. Also kind of an asshole.
I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi?
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable.
Of course it can. They peep signs our
There is
paychecks.
a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sajima.
I agree. We can't trust that.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those
Could be loved by
uptight
anyone.
stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend. Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
So... Such a dick. I hate So. I mean, there has to be something more to it, right? Because why would they try to defend the fact that they're meeting him so much? So, with such force, I should say.
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family.
Doesn't answer my question.
The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance.
That answers my question.
We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
What about Renju?
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. But now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If Talon at his office was causing trouble or something.
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way, he paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
You're weird.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier, when I said I didn't know her.
I figured.
I thought
Dick
so.
face.
You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected. Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
I feel like there should be follow-up questions.
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. 6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor. That's all I'm gonna say. You want to know more? Hire a private eye.
I have a private eye. Ah. Mama, it's giving me a glare. So I guess we're done here, or is there? No.
If it was a guy like the chairman, he'd probably just uses it for porn.
Not every man in the world is like you, Date.
There's a PC on top of the desk. Last time he asked Aiba to hack it. So we're not going to be able to see the A-set doll this time.
The victim prior to Renju? I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
They're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed.
Why are you trying to give me the
I
runaround?
determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
You're right.
Boss?
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Oh.
Connected.
Date? It's me! You remember, like, how you said to call you if Ota came?
Gross.
Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where you going?
That's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Sejima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Iba.
Roger.
I mean, if you're forcing me to go to one location, why even make me open the menu? Part of the reason I'm enjoying this game is because it's rather hands-off. I can sort of sit back. Chillax, yo!
This is all really suspicious.
What is?
Congressman Sejima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Maybe.
Mizuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you... Mom?
Idiot. They must have increased your dosage too much.
Dosage of what?
Anyway, you're Iba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality. You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
Yes, she can. She just did.
You do realize I do that all the time, right? As I said earlier, I completely agree that they are suspicious. But there is nothing currently linking them to the case.
That's true. We have no established motive. Victims were displayed, tied up on a horse, hung from the ceiling, and their left eyes taken out. We still don't know why.
Either a ritual or a warning.
It is possible that Shoko and Renju were disloyal to Congressman Sejima and the Kumakuras. They could have been killed and displayed as a warning. That would fit the current evidence.
Maybe. But it doesn't feel right.
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories, but would you like to hear them regardless?
Sure, why not?
Please.
Mr. Sejima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle.
I want to live there.
But 20 years ago, So Sejima lived elsewhere. In the Kawasaki district, to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Sejima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, The land was valued above 30 billion yen.
Damn!
The Sejima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kabasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, So Sejima purchased all of the land back for just
now
1
it's even
billion yen.
now it's even more suspicious.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sejima family is no worse off.
No, they're way the fuck better off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
You got money.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kabasaki region crashed...
God damn it. I was
We will
listening
have
to
to
that.
continue this conversation.
I don't want to. Fuck them. I don't even know who it is.
I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Yeah, fuck them.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss?
No.
My name is Akaska from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
Number 89.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. He will kill again, you know. And you'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
Not if I see you first.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I think you sit weird.
I don't know.
Oh, I forgot we even going to Luminous Gate.
Oh, Date.
I'm gonna grab another drink. I'll be right back. Cyclops killer. Case could say. Run, 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 run away. I have returned. All right. What are we doing? We're talking Oda.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah, I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom. Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her.
Yeah, 'cause you're a coward.
But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's
You still
mother.
left her with a fucking corpse, Broseph.
I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
So what's up, girl?
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
I'm glad.
Hey now, that's awfully aggressive.
Is it?
You're an alpha type, aren't you? I kinda like that.
And I kind of like you.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me.
What's up?
I'm a reptilian.
What?
Is that going to be a problem?
What's a reptilian?
A reptilian humanoid alien. They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a problem.
Aw, too bad. She's recording a podcast right now.
Still?
Looking at her schedule. It should end soon.
Driven all over the fucking town. Anyway. A long-ass podcast.
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a Dojin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Well, wait, it's no big deal. I just...
Spy on her when she showers.
You better
Wait,
start
no,
Okay. Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him. A man.
You don't have to keep flashing up the floor image, dude.
A woman. Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
I still have to investigate her, Broseph.
Idols don't kill people.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone. The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing, and it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know?
Because look at her, she's
If you do
terrible
your
dancer.
best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge ACET fan and got over my writer's block.
ACET, you bet!
And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
Not impossible. Possibly improbable, not impossible.
But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent.
Or she might have a clue.
If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
do it for Iris.
Around 6:15, I guess.
So hours
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Oh, hi, Iris.
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
She seems different. Way more calm and subdued. Police headquarters.
We got a camera, yo! Police department stepping up! Up in our game!
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation. What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iva, thermograph.
Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean... Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes. Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there, but the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before, especially with important people being there.
It doesn't sound that hard.
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Iva?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
Yeah,
That's
usually
true.
expect around this time.
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah,
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
She did.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night? I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
That wasn't an answer.
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do?
I mean, to be fair,
I had a
how
podcast
often?
to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know? Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl.
And?
Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
And?
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible. You see,
The autopsy this drug, it is likely
I hit the wrong button. Show it.
a heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true.
Why
Renju
would-
weighed about 160 pounds. Even
Holy
if
system.
she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
I don't know. No, not that one.
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe, Sunfish Pocket.
Yep.
Hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on
expecting a
both
prescription.
ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each.
They also could have been filled.
That's
after
not
they placed on the
impossible,
counter.
even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible.
But
Not remotely likely, but yeah,
there is
possible.
one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
The elevator.
hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
I have to determine the transportation method. Yeah, I'm trying to combine that with the fucking elevator record, but, like, you're not letting me. So, fuck you.
Renju's estimated TOD is yesterday, around 8 p.m. Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation. The weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth. The criminal likely wrapped it around Renju's neck and pulled. Renju then suffocated. The more precise cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. In short, Renju was strangled from behind with some kind of cloth
So that
or rope.
plus elevator, we think?
You have to prove that Iris could have moved Renju's body. That is your current task. This will not help you accomplish that.
Huh.
Sunfish Pocket. According to the elevator at 8, the total weight detected.
God damn it.
I know this watch. It's Renju's favorite. I found it inside an oil drum at Sunfish Pocket. That means... Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure. Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
A little.
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Don't worry about it.
My nose is so itchy.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
The elevator log.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor.
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310...
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Don't turn around!
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod.
Okay.
I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like. But we need to confirm something before we confront her.
Okay.
We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that?
They set you bet. Oh, she's got her phone. Why wouldn't we take her phone?
Shit.
She could have been deleting photos. They're gonna think I did. They're accusing us of think I did it.
Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing?
I didn't get to read all of it.
Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date. Sync with her.
Really?
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. The medication is working perfectly.
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Probably
not.
not.
A problem. Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up...
I know.
Then, let's begin.
It's gonna be Shovel Forge again, isn't it? Don't turn around, 'cause you're gonna see my farts breaking. Oh shit. Not Shovel Forge this time. It looks like the frozen warehouse where we found her body in the last playthrough.
What is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Where's my mental locks?
Somnium scan. Activate.
Shiny? Mental lock number 1, the television set. Mental lock number 2, the windows. To the walls! To the sweat drips down my balls! Number 3, the floor. Number 4, the wall. Weird the Pink Floyd's involved. A mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. Oh, we got a split path from mental lock number 1.
CRT TV.
Damn. Oh. That's Shoko. No, that's one of the original victims. This is the first Cyclops killer. You guys could say. Oh shit, was her her mom's boyfriend the first killer?
What is this video?
It is difficult to believe, but these are the faces of the victims of the original Cyclops killer.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
I think I was right. I think this path is gonna turn out that fucking Iris's mom's boyfriend was the original Cyclops killer, and that she's being a copycat.
A torso with a head.
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
I have no idea what to do here. And time is not our friend in this one. Nothing. Or something.
Even my consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. We have no choice but to investigate.
Strangled the body.
A drug bottle that holds some kind of liquid. There is no label. I cannot determine what is inside.
It's probably dangerous.
I agree. We should not touch it if we do not know what it is. Even in Somnium, some things should not be done. A full-body mirror. A torso in the reflection.
Torso? Not you?
Is there any meaning to this?
I mean, there has to be.
Can't say. But what is going on?
What is it?
An operating table.
How does it feel?
Awful. Am I going to be killed? Modified? I'm restless. I can't take the suspense.
Do you think they'll modify you into a grasshopper or a spider?
That's not what I'm talking about.
3 minutes, Dante.
A double door. It doesn't open. We don't have to worry about it.
A gun?
A revolver.
Is it real?
It appears that way. Weekly Shonen?
Don't say it.
I did the best I could.
I am not a cyborg, and thus I cannot
It's
reach
her
that
dream
height.
world, and you're
This
a robot.
is not my fault.
Nobody's blaming you.
I'm blaming her a little. That barrel's that interactable? No. Now there's a second TV. Let's go play with that.
An old television. That video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops killer. It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's go.
Common gas.
Nope, I did not mean to do that. Fuck.
The smell tingles, like sweet and sour. A ketone. Perhaps acetone?
Acetone, acet, some relation to Iris?
I cannot determine that with the evidence we have. More than likely, it is coincidence.
You have less than 2 minutes,
common
Dante.
gas
Hurry.
canister.
If you can't, then
It is meant to be closed?
I think so.
Damn it.
Only a shelf.
Pull or push?
It will not.
You can't pull it.
Only a
push.
shelf. That shelf sticking out. It seems.
No idea what we're getting at, but I do think I'm right. Since it turned out that Iris witnessed the first set of Cyclops killings as a child. Look out.
What happened?
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Why would anyone put that there? An iron ball. It looks quite heavy.
Throw it.
Where should I throw it?
Throw it that way.
Understood. It is unexpectedly light. All right. Yeah!
I feel like that ball hit me in the head.
Now, a TV and an old book have appeared.
I hope this is the last time.
Alright, we're on the final mental lock. Hit the torso.
You have 1 minute left.
Yeah, this is not looking good for us. See, that was the original TV, and there's the secondary TV. Where the fuck's this book? There's the new TV. I wanted to see the big.
An old-fashioned...
his... What the fuck's his MO? He's killing in completely different methods.
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
Or in person.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
I mean, we're running out of time.
It is a thick book. It has not been well preserved. Most of the ink has faded.
Can you tell what kind of book it is?
It is probably a book on... insects! It's a book on insects!
Don't get
Iris
excited.
did say she liked insects.
I know how you love bugs. Does this book belong to Iris?
I didn't know she liked insects, and to read the book so often that it wears out.
Well, we can't prove it's Iris's.
True.
It's in her head.
We cannot conclude anything.
So we have the medicine bottle, the operating table, the gas canister, the mirror. Is there another victim?
An illustrated reference. Fly away now! It disappeared.
Maybe it wasn't that special.
Fuck. I don't see what else we should interact with. Dick! Locker.
Just a locker.
Iba?
It's all right. More importantly,
Now we started a Rube Goldberg machine. I have no idea what the fuck's happening at this point. It's interesting though, so let's watch.
that is...
One of the last of the first victims. Shoot to death. Shoot. Shot the body. Woo! We barely beat that one. Fuck, we were almost out of time. That was close. Achievement unlocked. Dumai.
What happened in that somnium?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago are these memory fragments that coalesced in this somnium.
No.
Iris
that means
was there.
The person who killed them was...
That's the only thing I didn't recognize the person in the mirror fragments.
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years
Holy shit,
ago.
was I actually right?
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer?
I mean, if I had no memory.
You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
Nah.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all 4?
There were flashes where it looked like Date knew Iris when she was younger, and has forgotten it, as he's forgotten everything. So it's entirely possible that he is the killer and she was there witnessing.
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Really?
Really.
I don't believe it. Not for one bladen second. Boss, serious look on her face.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection. Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
They're drugging Date and then using the mentality of a serial killer to catch other killers. That's roughly... It would explain the drugs that I was always saying we're on and why they fucked up our doses and all that. The red figure from the sink
In the Somnium earlier.
I'm convinced of that.
I saw someone else who might be the criminal.
Iris was with the original killer.
Who was he?
So she's the red figure watching the murders.
I wouldn't know. The Sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes a subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia. and why those somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all. It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes, I believe Iris actually witnessed those events. Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely.
I didn't learn anything from speaking about Puta. If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. Puta shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I headed to the sink room. The kitchen sink room.
Hey, Iris. About that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sink does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
I remember hearing it on the news, but I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No.
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
And that would be the kind of thing to repress if you witnessed a bunch of women getting ganked.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about. Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything.
Eh, we found some shit.
Demands that we release her.
A law demands you kiss an ass.
You cannot decline, Date.
I'm just saying. She knows something. Run.
Date, could we make a stop first?
No.
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
God damn, everybody goes to Marble.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too. Alright, sure.
Iris nodded and pulled out her phone. Is she sending a Nile message to someone? I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. So, my brief theory here is that 6 years ago they caught a killer. They're using drugs to repress his memories, and they're using his unique warped physiology in order to catch or psychology rather, in order to catch other killers. So Date is the original Cyclops killer, but then who's the new one? When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. Yeah. To my surprise, I saw Ota sitting at the counter.
Tessa! Oh, Ota!
Why are you here?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama was always dependent on the kindness of strangers ever since she opened Marble.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marble, so I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime. No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Shoot him in the kneecap, don't even talk.
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
Geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
He's gonna run.
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
That was weird. Monday! Am I about to be a victim? Holy shit, I think I'm about to be a victim. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me and my memory was foggy. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. I shot up, rubbing my neck. When I looked over the counter, I saw a monster staring back at me. It took me a few seconds before I realized it was just Mama.
It looks like you're awake now.
As Mama spoke to me, it all came rushing back. I remembered everything.
Ota, the boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
Nah, he looks
He
like
was
a boy.
already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
He's
It
thinking
appears
he's
that
trying
you
to
took
score what
off
they
with
said.
Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle.
From the bottom of
Just like the old days.
bottle.
It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course.
Date, the boss is calling.
Okay.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency.
Yes.
Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Iba.
No. Well, that's what she gets for stun gunning my ass. Oh, Ota's the killer.
Iris.
She's breathing. She's just missing an eye. Oh shit, she's being sawed.
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Coming up in two different timelines.
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Yeah! I think Mama ran out of marble. This is what it looks like when I run. I even make that sound.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes at the fastest.
Please let me make it in time.
I don't know. She knocked my ass out. Do I care?
That sick bastard.
Oh shit, it's the Coca-Cola bear. That motherfucker, I always knew he was up to no good. No one's that cute without being up to something.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota!
I mean, if that was that rough, you could use both hands.
Stay away from Tessa!
So Oda's gonna die. We can all agree to that, right? I kept my foot on the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat in my palms. But at least they weren't hairy. My engine raised a high-pitched scream. But I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. That's my hand did. Look at that. It's weird. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge. Shortly after, the image changed. He's gonna use Oda's severed arm to push the thing. No, never mind. Bye, Iris.
No,
bye.
It can't be. No. Stop.
I mean, in this timeline, we barely talked to Iris, so... I'm just saying, in the last timeline, we had more interaction with her, so, like, him having a huge reaction made more sense. And this one, it's like, fuck, I didn't save her.
No!
I wonder if Oda's dead. What do you guys think? Cast your votes down below. By clicking subscribe, that's how you vote. Harbor Warehouse District, Monday, 3:35 a.m. That's Oda's car. I don't know who the station wagon belongs to. The bear's dead? Cyrus dead too? Oh, there's meat inside there. It's a person. Take the head off. I want to know who it is. Also, you're stepping in evidence. I was right. Oda is the bear.
Ota.
But who killed Oda? I was assuming Oda pulled the thing and then took the costume off and ran over to stop it so he could play the hero. That leaves a lot of questions, but like, then the bear came back on screen. So now the real killer framed Oda? That's my guess. Why am I being interrogated?
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this.
I mean,
but it's understandable.
Yeah.
You blame yourself for this, don't you?
I
Beating
wouldn't.
yourself up about taking Iris to Marble.
They fucking stunned
And
me and
about
then they ran
letting
off.
Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide.
Okay, so she is dead.
Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
Tracks.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those three murders were definitely executed by the same person.
It's not impossible
The new
that it
Cyclops
was
killer.
fucking...
There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The
You're
only
remembered as a
reason you
hero.
would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
So the achievement we got earlier, it's called Your Name. For bothering that dude continuously what his name was.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it,
Or maybe he thought the boss was sleeping
making the
with the towel.
president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
That doesn't explain
Mizuki is
Shoko.
Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe
But they
he was
divorced.
trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju. The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Style?
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Then the blade could have been simply to cover up the knife wound.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal
just wants to
wound,
close
but
the case.
when it didn't
Why?
work, he went for the ice cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine. And then...
Choppy choppy.
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
And thus he got to keep his eyes.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. That is a good starting point.
I mean, they're all related to one another, so the odds the new Cyclops killer does not fucking know them in some way, or is not associated with them in some way, is asinely low. Iris' mother Hitomi, Renju and Shoko's daughter Mizuki, Oda's mother Mayumi, Moma Kumakura.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were,
also one of her
it
arms
seems
didn't work.
impossible to me. Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemniscate either. And since Renju is the president...
But that doesn't explain
the weak
Shoko
point is
or...
Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her.
The
And
kitchen
above
knife
all
part
else,
we're checking
she'd
out,
never
though.
harm her only son, let alone kill him. Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras.
But not Iris.
There's no connection to Iris. Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras.
And he knew Iris,
But again,
but why?
I can't see any clear link to Iris. I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer.
The old one, maybe.
I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
I don't believe it's Mizuki.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous. I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
It does seem kind of hopeless, though. And really, we had nothing to fucking go on. I stepped in the cold storage warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hadn't raised much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin, but the center of my body was burning hot.
This forklift, it does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in... A video camera and laptop.
We brought
This
that.
is what the criminal used to stream.
Oh.
All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
So whoever he is, he's fucking
I
clever.
have logged
really.
into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it. I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently,
They haven't talked.
Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju.
Is it possible
The
the
company
father's
has
the
been
killer?
managed by office representatives for the past 17 years
No, his
after
father's
Renju's
dead.
father died.
Unless he faked his death. But
Renju holds no
didn't
shares
hold
and is
water.
not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
A video camera laptop uses the show. Okay, good. So we got that
Right
exhaustion.
here. Iris and Ota were.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
Just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Bisection.
About that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
That is weird.
What was the exact cause of death?
Bisection.
Was it the knife wound or...
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
But why?
Or Oda.
Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
Funsies? Their buddies aren't here anymore. Right here, Iris and Oda were. Okay. Iris and Oda were sliced in two by this ice cutting machine. Iris and Oda.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
Trophies. It's a serial case.
Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
I love that show.
Alright.
Alright. That's what we're gonna call it for tonight. I'm getting sleepy. I gotta work in the morning. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate y'all being here. You are beautiful, beautiful mammals. If you would be so kind, please click all the appropriate buttons to help me in the Demon Horse Slut algorithm. I would appreciate that. And until next time, as always, my friends, remember to take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you when I see you, very possibly tomorrow night. I'm getting very invested in this game now.